Hey, Critical Analysis. This is Dr. Linda Remark, and if you have not heard already, the college is closed tomorrow for our first day of class because of the weather. So I'm disappointed that I will not get to see you yet. However, we know that our class meets 2 days a week. So even though we are not meeting tomorrow on Tuesday, I will see you all on Thursday. So I am looking forward to that, Thursday the 20th. I did just want to walk you through a couple quick things in case you would like to still kind of feel like you're being caught up on everything. We will use Blackboard in our course quite a bit. This is not a web course in any capacity because we do meet 2 days a week. However, I still use Blackboard, and your textbook is actually accessed through Blackboard. So we still rely on it very much so throughout the course this semester. So as part of this email that I'm going to send out that's going to include the link to this video, I'm also going to be sending out to you another copy of your syllabus. I sent it last week, but I know some of you added since then, and I've had some registration changes. So I will send it. It will be different. I'm going to work tomorrow on editing and altering my syllabi for the classes that I was supposed to have on Tuesday so that they do reflect the snow day. In the meantime, the courses will still open tomorrow in Blackboard, and you are welcome to go to your courses in Blackboard, see all the courses that you're taking. We are Critical Analysis, so you are welcome to click in there. Again, by tomorrow it will be open. You can kind of get a look at the fact that here is our textbook, Bridging the Gap e-text. So when you go in here, it is going to, unless you, for some reason, if you had this class before, or if you've had a class that has utilized the same publisher, you'll have to create an account. If you would like to do that, you are welcome to go ahead and do that, unless you get lucky and it brings you right in. Sometimes with technology, I'm not 100% sure. I will say that this is a brand new textbook to us this semester. So Critical Analysis, we used a different textbook in the fall. This spring, Bridging the Gap is brand new to the instructors and the students. So you guys are my guinea pigs for this textbook. So I encourage you to get in, create an account so you have a login. I will talk to you about all of this though on Thursday as well as next week about how to get in there and do these things. I always recommend students use their Stark State email and password to keep everything consistent whenever you're doing anything that has connections to the college. So if you get in and you're able to register, you are welcome to kind of like click through and get a feel for the textbook. It's fairly easy to navigate. You'll see you can go through here, the table of contents are over here. You can kind of go through and open it and close it as needed. When you scroll through, you can kind of click around where you want to go. You have little drop down menus where you can go to specific sections. You can also tell it, hey, I want to go to page 400, and it's going to take you there. So there is some navigation that's fairly easy here. So I just wanted to kind of make sure you knew that your textbook is online. There is not a physical textbook to purchase. You do purchase this textbook, but it's included in your spring kind of materials cost and things like that. It's like in your package for spring. So you don't have to go to the bookstore and buy anything separate in terms of textbook for our class. So that's the textbook, and you have access to that like as soon as you get in day one under the Start Here, boom, right there. Also down here in the Start Here section, here's your syllabus. Again, I'm sending it to you in the email as an attachment. I will go through all of this when I see you in person on Thursday, but it goes through, descriptions and the outcomes. And then you can see down here, this is specific to us. We meet every Tuesday and Thursday from 10 to 11:50 and M205. Again, my name is Dr. Remark. I have my office hours listed right there. Here's information on our textbook and our courses, the course content. I will go in more detail with you on all of this once again, but I really do encourage you to try to take a look at it ahead of time just so that you're feeling comfortable as you come to class on Thursday, especially given a snow day. So we do have like a labs portion for the course called My Labs or Mastery Skills. So this is embedded in Blackboard as well, and I will show you that here in just a few minutes. You have to get all 10 skills done. You see they're all listed here. Every one of these is a reading skill. They all connect to a chapter or multiple chapters in our textbook, and because we meet 2 days a week, I will more than often do these with you in class. Sometimes you'll have to do them outside of class on your own. For instance, we may be a little behind because of the snow day for the first couple weeks of the semester until we get caught up. So you may have to do 1 or 2 on your own at the beginning until we get into the groove of being caught up with everything. It's 25% of your grade. You have to get an 80% overall average. That means not 80% every individual test or quiz, but let's say you get an 100 on this one and then a 50 on this one. It's going to take the average of those two. Again, I will talk to you about this when I see you in class in person, and I'll also give you a sneak peek at what it looks like. So here's the grading scale. This is an A-B class, which means you have to get an A or a B to pass the class, or you have to repeat the course. Here's the breakdown of the grades, as well as just some general course policies. Yeah, it's kind of set up in a frequently asked question. Again, I just like you to have this now so you can go over it and get familiar with the policies and what's expected. The very bottom of it talks about withdrawal. You have until April 18th. And then here's our course calendar. Obviously, the snow day is going to impact this a little bit, but I still think it's helpful to have this now so you can kind of look and see, okay, what's coming up. Obviously, I will change. You won't have this homework due on Thursday when you come in. So I will have an updated calendar for you because all my copies are already ready to go. They're sitting on my desk, in my office. So I will have an updated calendar for you when you come in on Thursday so that you can see those adjustments there. Something I do like to point out early to all of my Tuesday, Thursday students is that on Tuesday, the 22nd in February, the college observes President's Day on a Tuesday. We're open Monday. We are closed on Tuesday. So just kind of something to write on your calendars or pay attention to now. And then, of course, spring break. So that's the calendar. And again, I will send out and work on an updated one that reflects the snow day. The rest of the information on the Start Here section is really just access to resources and kind of this is a reiteration of what's in the syllabus. And just different links there. Something that we'll also talk about inside the lessons area. Here's the mastery skills that I mentioned in your syllabus. And as of right now, they will be hidden from your view because I open them as we go through each of them in the textbook so that as soon as we talk about meaning from context, I open it up. I'm like, all right, let's go ahead and do the mastery skill so it's fresh in your mind. So you can see all 10 skills are listed right here. You'll click into a skill and you'll see 2 tests. On the times where we do them in class, I'll just choose one to do together. If you have to do one outside on your own because either you missed a class or maybe we're running behind, if you don't do well on one of them, you could take post-test 2 and then post-test 1 or vice versa. If you don't do well on one of them, you have a second chance. So let's say you get like a 50 here. You're not happy with that, obviously. You take this and you get a 70. It's going to take the higher of the 2 scores. And then it'll average all 10 of these skills together, and your goal is to get an 80% or higher to earn credit for this portion of the class. Okay, so that's mastery skills. I will talk to you more about that as we actually get into it. There's your textbook again, and then you can see the rest of this is set up by chapters. So all the way, chapter 1, all the way through chapter 10. They're all set up similarly, what you're going to read and review, your assignments, and what's coming up. When you click in here, you'll see the materials, which often is maybe a PowerPoint that I'll use to kind of lecture from during the class period, or any other resources that might be helpful for you for that chapter. And then the assignments. We have, a lot of these will be hidden from your view, but I'll have a copy of the vocabulary study guide because every chapter there is a vocabulary study guide. There are 20 vocabulary terms per chapter. I will always give you a hard copy in class, but there's also an electronic copy as well. And then every chapter there is a text and skills sheet or TSP sheet or class activity sheet, however you want to call it. I will always give this to you hard copy in class as well. Since this is not a web course, nothing has to be submitted through Blackboard, but I always give it to you electronically, especially maybe if you missed a class or you lost the copy, you can go in there and get it. So speaking of kind of the breakdown of these chapters, you'll have 2 vocabulary tests, chapters 1 through 5 and chapters 6 through 10, that fall between the midterm and the end point of the semester, as well as 10 individual vocabulary quizzes, 1 for each chapter. I will always give you study guides. I will always go over them. I like to play review games and make sure that you're ready. Now, you won't have individual chapter tests. It won't be like chapter 1 test, chapter 2 test. Instead of that, we do these text and skill sheets, as well as additional in-class practices and activities, and sometimes homework to practice the skills. You will have a final project in here because we meet 2 days a week. There is a final project for this class. And so I will give you those directions for the final project around week 8 of the semester so that you have half the semester to work on that final project. So that is something I will talk to you about in class as well. All right, so I just felt like maybe it would, if you're like me, I have a lot of anxiety when we miss class. Maybe you don't care, you're excited. Either way, I thought it would be nice to just kind of send a quick video to you all to just introduce myself. I look forward to seeing you on Thursday when we are actually able to meet in person and we can go over, you know, all of this together and make sure that we're comfortable with all of the day 1 activities. I will send and have the updated syllabus ready for you as well at that point, but feel free to get in Blackboard, look around, send me questions before I see you Thursday if you need to, and hope everyone stays safe and warm until I see you. Bye.